God bless all. This is going to be now the same scale that I've just shown you on the first video, but now we're focusing on the right hand. And, Francis put a video up on alternate picking, but I'll just show you what's going on with my right hand. If you can't do this straight away, that's fine. Just learn the scale. But even a good thing to practice, if you're struggling with alternate picking, is just the top open string. Start from the very start. Don't worry about skipping strings yet. And just do this. Count it like strumming. You know how we have strums like down, down, up, down, and we have all different strumming patterns. Well, consider this as just a basic strumming pattern. And the pattern is down, up. It's just down, up, repeated a lot of times. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. But you're focusing on hitting one string. It's more precise than a strum. A strum, we use our elbow and our wrist together. Sorry, that was a bad chord. It's more of a fluid motion. But when we pick, and when we alternate pick, it's more contained in the wrist. Because if you have to move the whole thing to pick, what's going to happen? That's going to be a very jarring, loud motion that you can't control. But if it's from the wrist, then you can make it loud, you can make it quiet, because the control is in the wrist. And what we don't want to do, we don't want to dig our pick in too deep, because we won't have control. But when you hold the pick, you hold it. Let's see if I can get this on camera. Your thumb is facing this way, which is sort of parallel to the strings, facing the same way as the strings, but the pick is held in at an angle from that. So the thumb faces towards the neck of the guitar, but the pick faces in towards the strings. I know that sounds basic, you probably already do it when you strum. And you leave the smallest amount possible so that when you pick, it's only going to get the very edge. Just to learn as a beginner, you can try different things when you get this grasped, you understand? But at the very start, leave a minimal amount of pick so that you have control, and it will make it easier to glide through the string, because you want the smallest amount of the smallest amount of movement possible, because you don't want to drag the pick into the next string. You want to have full control. You just want to get that string and stop before the next one. And it's just down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. And you practice it as slow as possible. And remember to do it in rhythm, all one speed. So you'll be able to build up speed as you practice it more. But when we're picking, we're obviously doing more than one note. So I'm just going to show you the scale. The first note would be a down. The second note would be an up. But because we've come up like that, then we have to go skip this string and go down to the next one for a down. If that makes sense. So you're aiming to be very precise, very small movements. If you don't accidentally hit a string, but you don't mean to. So you get down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Now when we start doing picking for real and using the scale and doing different things with the scale, we're probably going to break this rule. So it's not a set rule that you have to go down and up on each note, and you're not tied to that. But when you're practicing the scale, practice your alternate picking at the same time. Because if you had to go down for every note, one, it's more awkward. Two, you can't go as fast. So you build speed, you build precision, and you get better rhythm if your alternate pick go up and down. So that made sense.